QVC on the second channel or the main channel, you have seen me present Everton Butter Toffee Pretzels. And I'm so excited about the offer tonight because it's kind of a special one. We're bringing you 5 of our best sellers. So you're getting 5 bags and the combo is 1 of each. So you can really try a little bit of everything. Or if you like original and you just know you want the classic, you can do 5 in that original. So I'll go through all those flavors. I'm starting with the original, which has no nuts, just that classic butter toffee on that pretzel. We also have the toasted pecan tonight, which reminds me of a pecan pie. I'll get into some ideas for cooking and baking over the holidays with that one later. We've got that roasted cashew. Now, all of these with that pecan and the cashew, you're getting real pieces of that cashew or the pecan, and you get a little bit of that extra flavor, of course, too, with those added nuts. Then we also have our vanilla, which uses real vanilla bean. It's so delicious. Of course, if you like the smell of vanilla, when you open the bag, you're going to get this great, delicious vanilla flavor in that one. And then I saved my favorite for last, and that is this almond. So roasted almonds, we have real pieces of almonds on there. We also use almond extract, which I love in baking. So when you open the bag of that, you really get this great almond flavor. And I also think almond is such a great pairing with this toasted butter toffee flavor that I'm going to get into right now. So those are the choices. You can do all 5. Oh, it sounds like we're getting limited in the combo. So definitely pick those up. About 300 left and available tonight. And then you can also do all 5 in that original if you just know you like the classic. And we have a few of those to go around as well. Okay, so the story of Everton is so special. It dates back to 1753. So 269 years ago, this woman named Molly Bushell was creating this original butter toffee recipe in the back of her home in an open air boiler, if you can imagine that. And she was melting down this butter and the sugar and cream and everything you need to make this delicious butter toffee recipe. I'm going to just put some out here so I don't spill them everywhere, but you can see how delicious it looks. And all that browned butter and sugar was in the air, and it attracted her neighbors and her friends, of course, because they could smell all that delicious toffee she was baking. And she started to sell these straight out of her front door. And she even attracted Queen Victoria and Charles Dickens. They have said to be fans of this butter toffee. And this recipe actually even put Everton, this small town in England, on the map for this toffee tradition. So it's so fun to talk about this as really kind of a piece of history as well as a delicious artisan snack treat. So as you can see, these are each individual. We start with this kind of light and snap pretzel that has just a little bit of salt on it. I like to break a few of these so you see that they're not like break your tooth, toffee. It's still this light and crunchiness with this great amount of salt with those pretzels. And then they are rolled in that butter toffee. So you're getting, all those nooks and crannies filled with this great browned butter flavor and a little bit of sweetness, of course, from that sugar. If you like toffee, you will absolutely love these. It's that perfect balance between sweet and salty. And then if you're choosing the combo, you're going to get some of those with nuts. Here's one with the almonds. So we roll those in that butter toffee. Of course, the butter toffee is warm when we sprinkle them with the other flavors, whether it's roasted almonds or cashews or those toasted pecans. And those are all going to stick into that butter toffee. And you're going to have this great, delicious, sweet and salty treat that just, I don't know anyone that doesn't love that combination. It's so delicious. My whole family absolutely adores these. They're also so good. I put them in a cup here as a little snack. They're so good with a bowl of popcorn for your favorite movie night. Of course, we're thinking about the holidays. So just having these out in a little dish to share with your friends and family, they will absolutely love them. I also get some comments and questions about calories. So if you're curious, a big handful like this is about 120 calories, just in case you want to know, depending on the flavor, between 8 and 10 pretzels. So perfect snack size, so delicious. Again, you're going to get 5 of these bags, and they're on Easy Pay tonight for Easy Pay for under $5, so that you can get these home for $4.99. and you're getting this whole bag. And we put little keyholes in the top, and I always like to point that out for the holidays because these are so perfect to little put a little bow on them or a little note for a postal worker, maybe a coworker that you sit next to at your office, or a next door neighbor. It's just like the right size to share, a perfect little holiday treat with. Or if you're going to a dinner party, I love having these around the house because putting this with a bottle of wine is such a great hostess gift, and everyone absolutely loves that sweet and salty combination. So we're using real premium, delicious ingredients. We're talking about cream, sugar, butter, of course. And when that butter gets that nice and brown, delicious flavor, if you've ever browned butter, you can picture what I'm saying. My mouth is watering talking about it. And then you get that great kind of roasted and toasted sugar flavor. And that's that toffee. Oh gosh. When I open up a bag, you can just smell that browned butter flavor. You can almost smell the little bit of sweetness. And then, of course, we've all had these pretzels before. And so you're going to get a little bit of that salt from the pretzel, which pairs so well with our Everton butter toffee. It's just a Oh, I just found out there's 200 left in that combo choice, so definitely get those if you wanna try a little bit of everything. I always recommend doing the combo, especially tonight when we have our best sellers, because you're gonna get one of the original. You can just, try the classic. You can get one of this toasted pecan, one of this roasted cashew, one of our vanilla bean, which uses real vanilla bean, and then one of our roasted almond, which is my favorite. Yeah, so these are about $4 a bag. So such a great, little pick me up for a neighbor or a friend. I have two little kids. I always keep these in my car when I pick my daughter up from preschool, or we keep these in the stroller when we're going to parks. They are resealable. So if you want to open them up and just have a handful as a snack or use them, in a little bowl for snacks, you can always reseal them, and, have them on the go. It's a great size to share with friends and family, of course. So I was mentioning something about baking, and I have to just say it now before I forget. So this pecan flavor is so good. It reminds me of pecan pie in the holidays, and it makes a beautiful crust. If you're into baking and you like doing key lime pies, or 7-layer bars, or even a cheesecake, you can pour this into a food processor or a blender and add a melted stick of butter. And you don't need to add any more like salt or sugar or anything because this pretzel has everything in it. And you can just press that into your pie pan or your brownie pan or whatever you're baking, and it makes the most delicious sweet and salty crust. So I have to say that now that it's kind of baking season with the holidays coming up. Speaking of, these also will last a whole year unopened. So if you want to grab a couple right now, well, we have this great combo offer. You can try a little bit of everything. Keep these in your gift cabinet. I Did anyone else grow up with a gift cabinet? I grew up with that. My mom had this cupboard where she would keep, candles or snacks like this, or bottles of nice wine that we could bring to family friends' houses for dinners when you needed just like a little hostess gift. So I always think of her. I have my own little gift cabinet now that I'm a mom, and it's so great to have, options to bring over to friends' houses when you want to just kind of impress them with a little artisan treat, especially with this wonderful story that you can share with them at the dinner table or when you give it to them with a little note card. The story of this, now you don't have to memorize everything I told you because it's written on the back of every bag. So you're really giving them a piece of history and this fun, story about 1753 in this small town in England. And if you're just tuning in, this is all about Everton, England, and this toffee tradition put that tiny town on the map because it attracted the likes of Charles Dickens and Queen Victoria. And now, fast forward to 2022, we are still inspired by that original recipe and making these artisan, delicious treats just for our QVC viewers. And it's so fun to share them with you. I've been doing Everton a long time now, so you've probably seen me present these. And if you haven't tried them, you absolutely need to. Oh, this one is my favorite. This has all those almonds, those roasted pieces. The almond one smells so good because we use not only toasted almonds, which you can see in all the little pieces of the pretzel, but we also use almond extract. So it's like a real punch of this almond flavor. kind of like the vanilla bean one, which is also delicious and good at baking. I've seen the food stylists at QVC actually take these pretzels and press them into cookie dough to add a little bit of crunch towards the end of cookies baking, which I love that idea. So clever and fun. Now, you don't have to bake with these though. You'll probably just enjoy them straight out of the bag because they're so delicious. I'm reaching in instead of pouring these out because I don't want to spill them all over my bowl. Oh, it sounds like there's only 100 left of the combo. You guys, no auto delivery. Yes, absolutely stock up. The producer's telling me that you guys are ordering more than one. And if you don't open them, just remember these will last a year in your pantry. If you open them, you're probably going to eat them right away. Or your gift cupboard, exactly. So put a few of these in your gift cupboard, hide them from yourself and your family so you have them for gifts over the holidays. But treat yourself to a couple of bags, especially if you get the combo. Make sure you try the almond. So good. I would probably keep the almond for myself and then keep a few of these for giftables, especially with a bottle of wine and a little note. So you're really sharing a piece of, history and tradition with your friends and family. And again, they're resealable. So if you're like me and you have a stroller or a car where you're, bringing your kids and family around, you can always open them up for a little treat and then seal them back up. And they'll last, of course, several weeks once they're opened, but a year unopened. So good mixed in a bowl of popcorn or maybe some little candies, thinking about the holidays coming up. They're beautiful. They taste good. My husband always says, make sure you keep breaking them so people don't think that it's kind of like a hard toffee that breaks your tooth. It's not at all. It's this light and crisp kind of snap to it. You can almost hear that. They just break apart really easily with that toffee on top. So they're not going to break your tooth or certainly not stick to your teeth. And then you can see all of them are oh, this is a double. I love these. These feel like a 2-for-1. So you get all this great toffee poured into that. Oops, that one's gone now. Too bad I don't have a dog here to eat those. So all that toffee fills in all the nooks and crannies of the pretzel. And then that great saltiness you get from that pretzel pairs so beautifully with that browned butter and sweetness from the toffee. So it's that perfect, I think it's more like a 2-bite. It's a perfect 2-bite sweet and salty snack that your friends and family will love. This is a good one too. You can see those roasted nuts. You can pick from the toasted pecan, that roasted cashew, which adds kind of like a creaminess and a nice flavor. That roasted almond, which I love. It goes so well with toffee. Or you can just do no nuts and get the original or that vanilla bean. Just 3 dozen left in the combo. Is that what you were? Oh my gosh, wow, we're down to 3 dozen left of that combo. You guys make sure you grab it. It's a featured price tonight of under $20. So that's $4 a bag. Such a great way to, say thank you to your postal workers or your neighbors. If someone, did a favor for you, I'm just thinking about my neighbor who brought my mail in last weekend for me. She will absolutely be getting some of these, but it's such a great treat that anyone in your, group of friends or family will absolutely love. And if you don't want to do any nuts or extra flavoring, and you can just do 5 bags of that original, had these before. You've absolutely had those and loved them before. Oh, it sounds like we're last call on the combo. I hope you guys can grab these and love them for the holidays. I love them. Thank you so much for tuning in for an hour of gourmet. Oh, home decor. Oh, home decor. Oh, home decor. So much. We have a whole hour of home decor coming up. We'll see you guys soon.